Okay, so now I'm ready to start writing my body paragraph 1, and I'm going to start with my assertion. So I'm just going to go back to my planning sheet and find my thesis, and or I can look in my introduction. So I see that part of my thesis is saying that the European diseases were one of the causes that really helped the Spanish. So this whole body paragraph is going to be proving why the European diseases really helped the Spanish conquer those two empires. So I'm just going to start by restating that supporting detail 1 in a sentence. So I'm just going to start by saying, to begin, since this is my first body paragraph, the diseases brought over by the Spanish helped them conquer the Aztecs and Incas. So all I've done there is just taken my supporting detail 1 from my thesis and put it into a sentence because that is my assertion. So now I need to give some context, which is the C in ACIT, which basically means I'm going to tell my reader 2 things. 1, where does my evidence come from? And 2, who is the evidence talking about? So my first piece of evidence when I look at my planning sheet is about the Aztecs, and it's coming from source A. So I'm going to say in source A, it talks about the Aztecs and how they were affected by these diseases. So now my reader knows who I'm talking about and which source I'm going to include. And now I'm ready for the last part, which is the E in ACIT, which stands for evidence. So I'm going to just include the quote that's on my planning sheet. I am just going to copy and paste it right into my essay. So now I have that piece of evidence, and I'm going to say where I found it from, source A, and that is it. I am done with my first 3 parts of my body paragraph. Again, that is the assertion, which came from my thesis. That is the context sentence, which tells my reader where I got my evidence from and who that evidence is talking about or what it's talking about. And then lastly, the actual evidence that I chose from my essay planning sheet.